Welcome to this Columbusland conversation. My name is John Umland.
My name is Jordan Analami.
Today we're discussing the new documentary Blackfish. It is basically detailing the world of orca whales and their treatment in SeaWorld and a few other parks of that nature. And basically the idea of the film is that they're not being treated well, and it's a problem for their well-being. So, Jordan, what were your general thoughts on the film?
I really, it's one of those tough movies. It's weird to say I enjoyed the documentary.
Yes.
It's tough to watch, but I found it to be a really well-made movie.
It is an affecting film. You don't want to say you enjoyed it because when it ends, you don't feel good.
Right.
You feel worse, but it gets the message across.
Some documentaries get a little heavy-handed and maybe put effects on the scenes and like over-dramatize the music and stuff. And I felt that this movie did a really great job with the footage that it had.
Yeah, I would say the film had a conclusion, and the conclusion the film reaches is evident. It felt like they were trying to be fair.
Yeah.
Which is of note, because that's something I look for in a documentary. You don't want to feel like it's propaganda, and it didn't have that.
Absolutely. The movie starts out with an affection for SeaWorld. It shows these people why they fell in love with it in the first place. So it's not the movie's not being condescending and saying you should have known all along. Like
Yes.
It's saying, hey, we all thought this, and then it really wasn't until Don Brancho's death and then the court battle afterwards with OSHA that you come to find out so many of the details of what really goes on there.
Yeah.
And this movie was a little bit more personal to me than most documentaries, in that my second favorite job, probably after the Gateway Film Center, was as a concierge at Rosario Resort on Orcas Island in the San Juan Islands, which is where some of the movie shot. It's where the whales were captured by SeaWorld early on. That experience of seeing whales was the activity that I probably booked most for people, was whale watching tours. Seeing them in the wild really is, it's an experience and so much more freeing. You can tell how much they mean to each other as a family and unit. So
SeaWorld has responded to this documentary,
Yeah.
which is of note. Most or a lot of documentaries that are sort of exposés of these large corporations, they sort of choose to say nothing. We read their responses.
Yeah, they had 8 of them that they posted.
What were your thoughts on that?
It's pretty similar to the filmmakers themselves, in that some of them, even before I read the filmmakers' response to each individual one, just reading the question, some of them almost seemed like they hadn't watched the movie or paid, because it just didn't quite make sense to what I had seen. And then, in reading the filmmakers' response, they seem to have felt the same way. Some of them were, closer to being valid, and it was actually, I guess, a little bit refreshing even to see a corporation respond, though, because they don't always do that with these documentaries, and so that was, it was an interesting back and forth between them. So.
Yep, and I will put a link in the description down below if you want to read more about SeaWorld's response to the film. And I think, end of the day, people should see this film.
Yeah, it's one that's garnered a lot of attention. We've had a lot of phone calls already for the last few weeks about the trailer alone. Just, kind of grabs you in. That first shot of the whale coming up to take the trainer out of the water is just, you can't even breathe. So I think seeing it on the big screen is going to be an experience for a lot of people.
Thank you again for joining us for this Columbusland conversation. If you want to continue the conversation, you can visit us on Facebook. Keep talking there. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. You can check out Columbusland 20 minutes before each film. Also check out Columbusland, the magazine. Thank you, Jordan.
The magazine.
The magazine.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.